Hey guys, thanks for watching. Well, we finished up 2017 in pretty spectacular fashion. Mountain style digger got on that real. I still can't believe he dug that coin. But let me tell you, 2018 got off to a good start too. I got on a little spot, one of the most interesting hunts I think I've ever been on for relics, because the variety was incredible to me. I loved it. I mean, I could not wait to see what was coming up in the hole next. And I got on, finally, a target that I've been looking for 2 years. I finally swung my coil over the sucker and got it. And it's one of my favorite finds. Absolutely love it. So, if you like relics, I think you'll enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. All right, just got a cool find, and Andy identified it for me. See the numbers and the lines? Well, it's a log grater. Is that what we call it? A log
measure
ruler?
The feet of the log.
Measuring the lumber.
Yeah, the lumber.
And it's still got the wood on the inside. It would have a ruler, but that is solid brass right there. Got the little hook on the end. That's kind of a cool find. I've never seen anything like it. Alright, I got something interesting looking in the hole. And man, that's pretty deep for this little 5x8 coil. Doing pretty good, but it looks pretty big. I don't know, this may be a big piece of brass, but we'll get it out. Well, there it is. And I guess it's the back to a clock. But man, that's a big old piece of one, ain't it? That's my best guess. Check it out. Awesome old lock. Oh, love that. That's going to clean up so cool. I think it says Champion 6 lever or lever. Brass. That's awesome right there. That has great design. That'll display nice. Well, this is the Champion 6 lever lock made by the Miller Lock Company in the late 1800s and early 1900s. I was really surprised at the condition of the lock, but it's made from gunmetal and they guaranteed it not to rust, and buddy, they nailed that. I also couldn't figure out the locking mechanism. There's only a little slot. The key goes into the slot. Instead of turning, you push and the locking mechanism pops up and out. Absolutely cannot lose today. These are consecutive targets, guys. Check it out. I've never dug one of those either. Looks like a clock winder or a watch winder. Clock winder, I guess it would be. Maybe to a music box. Love it. Alright guys, I have seen these in a lot of videos, but I've never dug one myself. And I can't even swear that it's homemade, but I think it is. I think it's a homemade sinker. Now, a lot of times those are made out of 3-ringers, but I just can't imagine that being the case here. But I'll clean it up and take a closer look at it. But that's pretty cool. I think that's homemade. Oh my gosh, guys. Look right there. I think I just got another tannery token. The very first one I ever dug, if you've watched any of my videos, was broken in half, just enough left on it for me to identify, and it was a 5-cent token. Now I found 4 since then that have been 1-cent tokens, and that looks bigger to me. Guys, I think that's a whole 5-cent token. It looks different. I don't know what I've got. This looks completely different, like a whole different variety. Oh, check it out. Oh, wow. Yep, I see Andrews at the bottom. Yes! 5-cent token from the tannery. Oh, that's been so high up on the bucket list. They also made $1, and I'm assuming 10 cent and 25 cent, although I've never seen one. Very cool. I'll clean that up and give you a better shot. Love finding those things. I'm calling this the best relic video I've ever made. I'm finding a little bit of everything. And I cannot believe what a tiny signal that was. Do you know what that is? That looks so cool. Oh my gosh, check that out. That's why it was a tiny signal. Look at that. Look at that old doorknob. Holy smokes, that's awesome. Man, you talk about something that's going to display nice, and I didn't even hit it. Cannot believe. Guys, that 5x8 is no joke. That little lead bullet, or lead sinker that I just dug, that was every bit of 9 inches. And it was pretty clear. And this was just a little squeak because of whatever that little metal part is on the inside. Awesome coil. Well, this doorknob I found is loosely referred to as a Bennington doorknob. Now that comes from Bennington, Vermont. Even in the mid-1800s, they were producing some incredible pottery, and they were very well known for their arts. Unfortunately, my doorknob isn't a true Bennington doorknob. It's actually called a mineral doorknob, and they just imitated what Bennington had done. If I had an original, I'd have something pretty rare. Alright, from way down in there, thought I had a big iron nail at first, but it's a cool old pocket knife, and I've not seen a badge like that before. Still probably don't have anything on it. Nothing ever does that I dig. That's an old one there. I'm telling you, a little bit of everything. I am finding a lot of clock parts. I've got the back to a clock. I've got what I think is a clock winder. And I just had this big old chunk, which the pinpointer was picking up on, and I couldn't see it until I started to roll it. And right there. There's the pin. There's the other side. Big old gear for a clock. But man, does it feel all mangled up. Not too worried about it breaking, but that's it a little bit better. There's a big old gear in there. Alright. Now I'm digging stuff. I don't even know what it is, but it's got writing on it. That's hard to beat when you find some writing on something. Can't make out that side yet, but this side says patent applied for. So maybe somebody knows what that is. That might tell us too. Very cool, solid brass. Well, I really hate doing this, but I just got a good signal right there, and I haven't got any coin signals. But that's ringing up, I don't know if you can see it, 87. Let's do a live dig. Stuff's been so cool around here. Ooh, is that it? Oh, I think I just got the back of a pocket watch. I'm telling you, this place is something else now. Yep, I'd say that's what that is. Looks pretty barren of design though, but if I see anything on it, I'll tell you. Pretty cool. I just got an interesting iron bit. but I don't know what that would have been for. It's kind of four-sided down the shank here, and the eyelet. Some sort of hook for something, but I don't know. But it looks like something that somebody might be able to identify. So let me know if you do. Well, once again, I am just blown away at the variety of good relics. It's encountered a plow at some point. That's only the second one I've ever dug. That's a hem weight. And they would sew that into ladies' dresses along the hem, and they're made out of lead, and so they kept it from blowing up in the wind. Also used them on curtains, I believe, and on hats too. Cool. Man, there's some good relics coming out of here. Alright, I want some help on something. Y'all have seen these before, the old mason jar lids. The inserts inside of them are, I guess, porcelain, ceramic. I don't know what the heck they are, but anyway, they're cool, and I find a ton of them. Here's the problem. I want to use these or reuse these, but for the life of me, I can't figure out what to do with them. But I don't want to throw them away either. So, I've had a couple ideas. One, actually Mountain Style Digger, talked about making these into wind chime danglies, but you'd have to drill a hole somehow, and I'm not so sure that they would handle being beat together very well. I think they're halfway fragile. Here's one idea I had, but it's pretty limited in its usage. There's the old rock star. Alright, the bottom of these fit perfectly over that little rounded spot. So if you put a little bit of foam rubber on the bottom, it would make a kind of a coaster, but only for cans. You know, if you had a cup, that's going to rock and roll, so no good. And you can't flip it that way because it rocks and rolls too. So I'm just going to throw it out there. I know you guys are intelligent and inventive. What do you think? How could these things be repurposed? It's been bothering me for a long time. Help me out. I actually got on a couple other things, like this cool old earring and a second token. But you're not going to see these videos because my phone died and I had to go plug it in and charge it in the truck, and I decided to continue digging. I found that 5-cent token, and wouldn't you know it, 50 feet away, the very next target is a 1-cent tannery token. Hold. I don't have one like that. Awesome find. I just sad I didn't get it on video for you. Speaking of tokens, if you find any tokens, go to tokencatalog.com and list your tokens there. It's a great record of all the tokens being found. Good place to do research. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and we'll see you soon.